Well, welcome back to the Patriot Zero channel. I wasn't really planning on doing a video. It's 8:26 at night here, but we just had a almost standby evacuation. We live in the forest up here in Butte County, and it's constantly, all summer long, it's going to be standby evacuations. I can tell. Everything's dry. California doesn't take care of their forests. It's just one fire after another just waiting to happen. So I'm going to tell you guys about a couple things. First off, I wrote this book, Surviving the Campfire. Not to blow my own horn, but I lived through the campfire, and this is our experience afterwards, things to do, what to look for. It should be a textbook for after a major disaster, especially a wildfire, because most people haven't been through one and they really don't know what's going on. The second thing I was going to tell you guys is there's an app that you can get on your phone, either iPhone or Android. It's called Watch Duty, and what it does, I don't know if you can see it. If you pay the $25 a year extra, it's free. But if you pay the extra $25, it'll give you wind direction and what the airplanes and helicopters are doing. And it's well worth it, because then you got a better idea as to what really is going on. They can say that it's partially contained, but when you see a whole fleet of helicopters bombarding it, then you know that it's not as contained as they're trying to say that it is. They tell you a lot of good stuff, to make you feel better and safer. But with this app, you'll know exactly when it's time to leave. We get evacuation warnings from the sheriff as well, but this gives me a heads up to, hey, that evacuation warning is coming, or the evacuation order is coming. And there's a difference. There's an evacuation warning and there's an evacuation order. The evacuation order means you have to leave now. Don't mess around. Grab what you can, grab your pets, grab everything you possibly can. You should be, if you read this book, you should be already packed and ready to go. You should have go bags and inch bags already. If you don't, you get your butt out there and do it now. Tomorrow, if you live in a fire zone, you should have an inch bag, you should have a go bag. And you should have your vehicle loaded with stuff just in case. Because this is fire season and it could hit anywhere. And like up in here we live in Magalia, which is a little hole in the wall. We have a whole lot of homeless. We live in a forest. I think you can see from behind me. So we live in the forest, and we have lots of homeless that will do their drugs and pass out after they light a fire to either stay warm or to cook. And then the fire's out of control. On top of that, you have people that are smoking, and they throw their cigarette butts that aren't extinguished onto the dry pine needles, and away it goes. So and the other thing you should have, get yourself a scanner. You can get the old scanners on eBay. The old Radio Shacks are super easy to program. And then the other ones are the Bearcat, I think it's the 125A. I've got an Amazon link for them on my website, but I've also got it. I'll put it in the description below. It's really good to have a scanner, because if you don't have a scanner and you lose power, how are you going to find out what's going on? When we had the campfire, we lost power and we lost cell phone towers. So we were total blackout. And after that, I realized that I have to have some kind of a scanner. We have a little deer over there. Anyway, sorry for the distraction. This is definitely worth its weight in gold. And you can pick them up for I think about $30, $35 on eBay. You get the old ones. This is a 200 channel. It works really well, and it's super easy to program. And you can look on the web to get your county and city fire department frequencies. And then get the app. Get the Watch Duty app. It's worth its weight in gold. And if you pay for the $25, you get all the other information that the average person doesn't, including wind direction, which will tell you if it's heading your way, and the helicopter and plane traffic, so you know where they're filling up and where they're dropping and how serious it is. And get the book, okay? The book is only $14. It's on Amazon, and it's worth it. It's a field manual for anybody who's going to go through a fire. And none of us expect to go through a fire, but when it happens and you don't know what to do, you're totally lost, this will help you. This will get you through it and teach you the steps that you need to survive and get through it. I wrote it originally for my friends in Lahaina because they went through the fire and we'd already gone through the fire. So I thought, I'm gonna write something for them. And it turned out that it's for everybody that's gone through a wildfire. It's well worth it. And for $14, you can't go wrong. Anyway, this is Patriot Zero out till now, and I didn't plan on making this video, but because we just got off the standby evacuation orders, we will, I thought, this is a good time to make this video. It needs to be made, and everybody in California and, the whole West Coast, is ready to burn, so it is not all just climate change. A lot of it's just BS because they're not taking care of our forests either. But anyway, Patriot Zero out.